would be the woman who could die if she gets pregnant.
What state was that in? 4.
It was in Connecticut.
It was in Connecticut. There was a woman in Connecticut. 1, 2, 3, 4. What was the law at issue in Connecticut?
The law issued in Connecticut that the doctors couldn't tell them about contraceptives and they couldn't buy contraceptives.
1, 2, 3, 4. And what did she do?
So at first she went to the court.
Yes.
And said, I could die if I become pregnant. They're like, well, you're not dead, you're not pregnant, it's not going to happen.
It's not ripe yet.
Not ripe
and the
yet.
idea, if mootness is the idea that it resolves itself before it gets to court, the court is basically saying, you got to have suffered an injury before we're going to hear it.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4. What was the second case?
No, there's an extended part to this case.
Okay.
Because the police officer after said, okay, I'll go, and I'll say...
That's the second case?
No, stop, sorry. Okay, what happened? Okay.
4.
No, stop. Okay, I know what happened. Okay, so the doctor...
3.
The doctor and her...
2.
They had a plan to... He was going to give her contraceptives.
1.
She invited a police officer to
This
watch...
is the second case. Is this the second case?
You didn't let me finish the first case. I thought you wanted the full part
I thought
of the
you
case.
finished the first
Okay,
case.
sorry.
But what's the second case?
Were they not related?
There's 3 cases.
No, the same lady.
Yeah.
She wanted to get arrested so that she could be like harmed.
This is too long. Somebody else got it? 4. Tell you what, if the scores stay like this, y'all are not getting letter grades on the exam. And here's your chance. 4, 3, 2, 1. Second case was the doctor went and sued. And then when no, there wasn't a police officer yet. The doctor went and sued, and the court said you haven't suffered an injury. And then the third case, which you gave me pretty well, was they brought in a police officer, and the police officer arrested them for advising and prescribing, and ultimately it was struck down because the arrest was the injury. Go ahead, click it, Aji. Go ahead, pick me a category.
Articles for 3 points.
Articles for 3. List all you can. Pardons. You have it. First hand I see has it next. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One of the other groups. Go ahead.
Gerald Ford pardoned Nixon.
He did. What is the pardon power?
Where a president can pardon like any criminal, or anybody that he or she wants to do.
What does a pardon do?
Basically grants immunity from any criminal charges.
1, 2, 3. It's basically going to clear the record. So that's the first thing on this. Can the president pardon anybody, or is there a really noticeable limit? 5.
Anyone.
What's that?
Anyone.
Anyone.
Yeah, they can do that.
-3. What is the pardon limit? 4, 3, 2. Oh, it's going to be bad. President cannot pardon impeachment. President cannot pardon the conviction for an impeachment. You had mentioned, Bryant, the idea that Nixon pardoned Gerald Ford, yes?
Gerald Ford pardoned Nixon.
That's right. Thank you very much. I'll give you 3 for that. So here's my question. How did he do that? Why did he get away with that regarding impeachment?
Because he was vice president under Nixon.
Yeah.
And then once he got convicted of the whole, the water,
He got convicted.
well, he didn't, but he was.
Okay, he didn't. So how did Ford pardon him then?
Basically, once he was president, he told him, well, he should executive power, and pardoned Nixon. So he knew he was going to get convicted of the whole thing. So he just,
Okay, so explain that to me. He pardoned him, but he knew he was going to get convicted. There's a step that's missing in there somewhere. If you can't pardon an impeachment and you can't pardon a conviction, how is it that he was able to pardon Nixon? Go ahead.
It's because Nixon resigned. He wasn't impeached.
Nixon resigned. And that's really the trick on this. 1, 2, 3. When the president resigns, if Congress has, or if even the president hasn't, as long as Congress hasn't acted, then the president can issue the pardon. If Congress acts, if they've impeached, if they've convicted, you can't pardon at that point because that now raises Article 2 above Article 1. First hand I see. Can you give me any examples of pardons that have been used in the past? Examples of people that got pardoned from the past. Anything at all. 5.
Bill Clinton.
What did Bill Clinton do?
There was the Monica Lewinsky scandal.
Yeah.
And he was impeached.
Yeah.
But he was pardoned, so able to.
Bill
write.
Clinton was pardoned.
Well, no. None of it was pardoned.
-3. Who did Bill Clinton pardon? Yeah, y'all are out now. Go back and look at the pardons article. It says in there, in fact, that Clinton pardoned somebody, Mark Rich, who had offered $450,000 to the Clinton Library. It mentions in there how presidents pardon people for stealing beer and moonshining. A lot of presidents pardoned soldiers after wars were over so that the war would be finished and then they could just go forward with life. So make sure that you take a look at that. Y'all did give me the last correct answer. Pick me a category.
Do executive for 5 months.
Executive for 5. 25th Amendment. First hand I see. You have it.
Okay, so there was 4 parts.
There are 4 parts.
The first one was in case of removal of president or he dies, vice president is president.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If the president steps down, then the vice president takes over. What's the second one?
Vacancy in office of vice president. The president shall nominate the vice president.
Okay.
The third.
Wait. There's more to the second one. What's the there's the last big piece. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think I missed your hand before. I think you were second. Do you have section 2?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Whenever there's a vacancy in office of the vice president.
Okay, I got all that. What did she leave out?
The majority vote of both houses of Congress.
Majority vote of both houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, you need the House and the Senate majority vote to confirm. Normally, you just need the Senate. What's section 3?
Whenever the president transmits to the president pro tempore of the Senate and the Speaker of the House of Representatives his written declaration that he is unable to discharge the powers and duties of his office, and until he transmits to them a written declaration to the contrary, such powers and duties shall be discharged by the vice president.
What does that mean?
The powers of the Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
If he's unable to fulfill his duties in office,
Yeah.
then he'll write a written declaration. So
The
that
Speaker
he'll-
of the House writes
Sorry.
this?
Ah, dang it.
Zoom in. Zoom in, DJ. 5. Anybody in the group? 4. What does section 3 mean? 3, 2, 1. You're out. You're open.
The president can take a leave, but retake their position through a writing of a letter or a kind of a.
Now that is true, and I'll give you that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what is the first step on this? So the president writes a letter to who?